Morning. What's going on, guys? It's Eric. Welcome to the video. I am out here skating around in the parking lot. Wanted to do a video because I'm a little frustrated today, and the funny thing is yesterday I was all fired up, but I'll tell you why I'm frustrated here in a second. But wanted to try to help you guys with actually what the title is about. So this is my first truck. Call her the Green Bean 06 or 05 Freightliner Columbia. Funny thing is I have one of my friends, I guess more of an acquaintance than a friend, but I started my business in 2013. So my trucking business, and then I had another lawn care business before that. But a couple years ago, he was saying, "Oh wow, that truck's really been good luck for you," and I was like, "Yeah, it has been, So people know me in the cities with that truck, That's what I started with, and everybody looks for me to be driving it and stuff like that. But it doesn't get driven every day, or it's not the truck that I usually drive if I am driving. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, yeah, it has been a really good truck and this and that, because the main point is I have the truck still. And he'd been on like 3 trucks at that point. So I guess the point is if you're going to drive an older truck, you gotta expect that something's going to go wrong, and you're going to have to fix it. You're either going to have to fix it, or you're going to have to junk it. There's pretty much your 2 options. Around here, they give you a core for your engine, and about $3,000 you can junk your truck for. So, and I don't even know if they'd give you that for a Mercedes. It's got a Mercedes in it. I don't have a problem with Mercedes, but that's what it has in it. So, but then I got to thinking about how much luck I've had with the truck, and I was thinking, well, jeepers, I lost a transmission about as far away as I could get from my house without making it back the next day. Luckily, I was trucking with my father-in-law, and I was able to ride home with him while the truck was in the shop for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks to do a transmission. Yep, I know. And then I overhauled the engine, and then pretty much anything else you can think of for the truck. So yeah, it's been a good truck, but I had to do a lot. I've had to fix it. So I guess that's a little tidbit for you guys. But I wanted to show you guys my favorite truck. It's a purple T800. It's in some of my videos or pictures of it anyways. Cool story behind this truck. One of my good friends owned this truck, and he wanted to get out of the owner operator business, and I don't exactly know what the deal was with it, but it sat for a year. Oh no, not a year, a couple of months, probably three months, and he wanted to sell it to me, but I didn't want to buy it because at the time I believed that having drivers was a hassle, and I didn't want to expand and this and that, and I wanted to have some owner operators pulling my trailers, but I didn't want to have actually company drivers. So, but and it just looked like a hassle, it was an older truck. It's a 1998 build date, towards the end of the year, so I believe it's an actual 99. So I thought, with all the E-Log stuff, it might be cool to have this truck. So it had a Detroit in it with a really bad oil leak coming out of the head, and I don't know, it looked like it could be a job, a hassle and just a mistake, and I didn't want to do it. So he was going to sell it to a buddy of mine for like like a lot of money, like $30,000, and when he was still trucking. But then once he stopped trucking, I don't even know exactly what the deal was, but I basically said, you know, I'm just gonna tell you, you got to tell me what you want for the truck, and then just give me your best price, and if it sounds good to me, I'll buy it. It's kind of what I told him. And he shot me a price of like $16,000 or $17,000, and I was like, wow, that's a really good price, but I don't want to pay that. I don't want the job of having two trucks and not having a driver and having the truck sit, and you know, like, I'm not set up for it. I don't just have money sitting in the bank to be able to do it, and whatever else, is what I told him. And that was the truth. It wasn't like, I thought that the price was a good price. Well, then a couple days went by, and he said, hey, what would you buy the truck for? And I was like, I told you I don't want to do this with you because you're my friend. You know, I don't want to. That's a fair price. Just put the truck on Craigslist and you'll sell it for that, you know. So anyways, long story short, I bought the truck for $11,500, and I bought the truck for $11,500. He owned the truck outright. He signed the title over to me with $3,000 or $4,000 down, and then took payments over the next, like, I don't know. Let's just call it a year. I don't think it was. I think it was like $1,000 a month for the next, well, however, till it was paid off. So that's my favorite truck. It's got a really cool story behind it. Another interesting part of this truck is I did nothing to this truck besides fix the oil leak that I knew about. I ran the truck all summer long, found a driver, ran the truck all summer long, fixed the oil leak. I had my mechanic look at the truck before I bought it and tell me what it was going to cost before I bought it. And yeah, so I knew what that was going to cost, so I factored that into the $11,500. It cost me $1,000. It cost me about $1,500 for the labor and parts. I just to take the head off and put a new head gasket on there, and then we put it back on. So I knew that was gonna cost that money, but pretty much ran the truck. I'm serious. Like, I did nothing to the truck. So that I said in a video yesterday that it costs about $10,000 to set up a truck the way I want it set up. That's high. I had to, with the W900, I had to put some I had to do some actual maintenance to it. It wasn't like wet kit and stuff like that. But this truck, $11,500, ran it all summer, fixed the oil leak for $1,000, and then I didn't even change the tires. I had no issues, none. Like, I can't express it enough. I did regular maintenance to this truck for a full year. I ran the drive tires on this truck for 2 years after I bought it. It had full fenders on it. Like I said, it had the wet kit on it. I even ran the truck, when I talk about, we used to haul frac sand day and night. And had a cow. It had a what is it called? Cow pusher, whatever, a guard on it. Hey, brother, man, good to see you. So I had a guard on it. You like this video, brother, man? I'm showing everybody my favorite truck, which is a T800 98. Paid $11,500 for it. Ran it for 2 years with no problems. So I think that'd be right up your alley. You're into that. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess the important thing with being an owner-operator is starting out well. Now, how the heck do you do that? I don't know. because my first 2 trucks, I bought them. They were really good, really solid, and I got lucky. Some of my other trucks, I bought 1 truck, you know, paid cash for it. Still, I mean, it was expensive. I bought it for 15 grand. I thought I was getting a deal because it had a wet kit on it. And then what ended up happening is it wasn't. It needed a new engine right away. So I still run the truck. I just put oil and coolant in it every day that I need to use it till I want to get it overhauled. So sometimes you make mistakes, but the main thing is if you can get off the ground with not having problems, you don't necessarily want a fixer-upper truck unless you just have a bunch of money that you can put into the truck. You need to basically get in the truck and work really hard to get ahead, and that'll help you out. So, but okay, so that I wanted to talk. I had to tell you guys this stuff because of the title of the video. But what I really want to talk about is yesterday I was all fired up. Today I'm not fired up. I'm all in the tank today, even though hopefully you guys can't really tell. But so this is the tip for long-term success in business, not even trucking, but just business. It's trying not to get fired up. Don't get fired up, and don't get down and depressed. Just try to stay even keeled. I think they call it highs or lows, and your lows are highs. That's what you're looking for, because there's so much exciting things in business, and in my case, the trucking business. And then there's so you can have this just a absolute high of a day, and then the next day you wake up and you got like 5 phone calls or text messages of people that are, you know, it's not working out the way that it's supposed to. You spill your coffee, just little things that add up, you know, and all of a sudden it's just you're waiting for the day to be done. So on days like that, what I do is I know that the day will end. This day will pass, and then in future days will be better. So when I have bad days, I know that it'll get better. I know that it's not like that every day, and I can remember the good days, and that'll help you out, because you're gonna have some really crappy days, because in life that's just what happens. That doesn't mean stop doing what you're doing. There's time for a new career, or maybe it does, you know, maybe if it happens too often. But all right, well, I'm gonna do a couple things down here at the lot. I'm not driving today. My wife is leaving for 2 weeks. She's going to Germany, so I'm trying to stay home as much as possible. So got a couple things to do here. We'll see you on the next one.